Hello everyone, here for the Humor Game channel. Welcome back to the New Order Last Days Group and to my People's Revolutionary Council playthrough. Now today, I think we're going to be reaching the new year, which will mean that the Red Spring should happen. The Spring Resputista, Tista, however you pronounce it, must happen. I'm gonna try and do a deal with Oriota, if that's how you pronounce that, and then just peacefully annex them, hopefully, and then we'll go to war with the Siberian Black Army. Yeah, because you've got to do that first. Taking down the anarchists and the Welsh Unionists winning the elections. No, they have got the Black Army administration strong, so they're getting some bonuses from that. Right, the old remnants is done. Let's do this one. And it's thousands of, well, it's only what we can do. And it's thousands of years of human settlement. The steppes and mountains of western Mongolia have not yet seen the wonders of modern industrial life. While Russia, from Moscow to Vladivostok, is rich with industry and manufacturing, Mongolia has yet to be industrialized. If we are to bring the council to greatness and bring back the stability Eurasia enjoyed under Soviet rule, we must first industrialize the steppe. While at first a daunting task, as none have yet succeeded in taming the vast plains, we know the necessity of this work will drive to its completion. While Mongolian people are traditionally nomadic, we know they are a strong people who will adjust well to the more sedentary modern lifestyle. We know great honour than bringing the Industrial Revolution to the people of Mongolia. Yay, worker discontent goes up and we get 50% research bonuses for industry. Oh yeah, I also went ahead and before I started the episode, spent 15 army experience on... Wait, what? A Kursk? What the hell do you think you're doing, boy? Yeah, I spent some army experience on doing this because it starts to modernize our army. Gets us up, moves us up by 1%. So I don't know how far we are through it right now. But this will help increase it. I'll probably do a lot of investments, even in the planes. Helicopters as well. I might actually use helicopters for once. How much longer have I got daytime? Oh, 7 days. Oh, good. Just wait until they got a little bit of organization. We are a little bit under-equipped by the looks of things. We will not back down so easily. And we should win. Hopefully. Communist Revolution in the Levant. Modernized mechanized equipment. Let's go ahead and do the division organization minus 30. That's fine. It's for 35 days. I'm sure we get an event for when the Red Spring opens up, so. The enemy is defeated. Haha. Perfect. So you get for trying to raid us. And he's back over here now. I think those two were having a border conflict as well. Right. Build a civilian industry. Yes, a civilian factory. One of the largest issues with the council is its critical lack of significant civilian industry. Civilian industry is the backbone of any country and we cannot expect to bring back the old Soviet glory without a strong base of factories behind us. We shall embark on a campaign to work on the creation of a new centres of light and heavy industry throughout Western Mongolia, with the goal of making the previously nomadic land into a modern one. Upon the completion of these projects, more opportunities will open up for to the council. We'll be able to manufacture goods that we currently must get from a complex system of only semi-reliable trade among the former Soviet states, many of which we despise the terrible necessity of having to do business with at all. With these factories that will kickstart the council's upward spirals towards greatness for the motherland. How many cities have we actually got building right now? We've got a couple building. So I was having a wee look through the tree, and once we get down to the liberation of Siberia, we do actually lose a core on Western Mongolia. Which I guess makes sense, because we're not really going to be Mongolia, we're going to be Russia eventually. I keep forgetting how many nations there actually is in Russia when you start off. Of course, we're missing one down here. Sablin's not here. It's just so many. Wonder if Finland will get attacked. Like, further attacked and lose their land again like I done as the Aryan Brotherhood. Alright, we got some points. Let's do that. That gets that up to 0, which is good. That is done. Industrial equipment, societal development will begin to improve, yes. As we embark on this industrial crusade, we find ourselves critically under-equipped in the way of modernised equipment. We'll have many grand plans for the advancement of our nation's infrastructure and industry. These shall never come to fruition without the procurement of large amounts of this construction gear. Using various sources from throughout Russia and even Asia, we will spend a considerable amount of money purchasing machines and tools, as we use to equip our vast many construction brigades who will embark on the great taming of the Western Mongolian steppes and mountains. While we regret the capitalistic weapons of gaining these vital tools to the program of industrialization, we know that they will go towards the greater expansion to reach our goal of a socialist state. I want to say that it's March that the winter is classed as being over. I think. I might be wrong. A future in Central Siberia. Directional disputes for the old Union. Oh. I didn't even realise we had. Get some decent wee war support from that. Right. Yeah, I don't think I need to do that right now. Let's go ahead and grab you. It'd be nice when we get in our research slot. Let's do helicopter investment. Monthly change is 5%. That's good. That is very good. I'm about to have enough command power to do one more of these. I think I'll go for the division, the organization regain. Oh, we're getting close to that time of year in 1963. The collapse of Madagascar is always a good sign of things to come. No template. Early artillery. Wait, what? What's on our infantry? Oh, our infantry is garbage. Can I maybe sneak the artillery onto you? Oh, hell yeah. No minimum wage with the trinket minimum wage. Let's do reopen the mining fields. When the Union fell, so did much of the infrastructure industrial projects. The strong Moscow government had been able to prop up the state money to provide economic potential to Tuva, a land known most of all for its lack of significant industrial potential. Now looking over old Soviet maps and layouts of mines, we have made plans to revitalise these abandoned mining fields and use them to provide for the council. Using Tuvan labour, these mines will provide precious resources for the council and its armies, resources that will prove useful in the inevitable coming conflicts with the enemy forces that surround us. The Tuvan mines can procure useful resources from iron and coal to gold and cobalt, resources that are harder and harder to come by with less and less friendly neighbours. While it may be a difficult process, bringing these mines back up to full capacity in production, the result will surely be worth the process. So I think this is actually getting modified as we go along. Yeah, because we're just sitting at 0 now. Cool, we do actually have a decent little bit of political power. Weekly war support. Stability I could really do with getting. Let's do industrial investment. This is a factory of some sorts. Come on, let the winter surely is over. Or maybe it's April. Surely winter's over. April's when you class the start of spring, isn't it? Possibly, or am I just chatting absolute bollocks? The Ashura crisis. Reopening the mines. Let's do the Tuva Road, one infrastructure, nice. For centuries, the native people of what is now the council needed no roads but the open steppe. The horses carried them like ships on a grass sea. Yet as the world moves forward, we see the replacement of these manned beasts of burden with pack horses, giving way to motor powered machines carrying resources and soldiers. As we introduce these more and more to the council, we must take the necessary make the necessary changes to the landscape through the addition of roads and other vital infrastructure. In our war, one thing we struggled the most with was this lack of infrastructure, clogging up supply lines as dirt roads and paths disappeared or muddied up, with nothing but scant markers marking roads in some areas. Motorized units found the grassland difficult to manoeuvre in sometimes, asking clearly for better paved infrastructure. We began to plan to create a vast network of roads throughout our country in order to enhance our state capabilities of war and at peace. Oh, some developments in Madagascar. Who is winning? Okay, we have the two Rikskommisariat still here in Millerstadt. And then we have the Hitnagdut movement. I've definitely pronounced that wrong. I gave it a whirl. The first fallen domino. Ways to contact, helping out a friend. Right, you can actually support. Look into the reformer. I need to play a spear. I really do. I really do need to play as him. I want to play as the reformer. I do want to play as Hydric as well, because he's just got some new content. I'll be meaning to actually record a video and getting that out, but not the chance. The Red Spring's still not over. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm sure it's May. It is May. As soon as it goes to May the 1st. No longer shall the People's Revolutionary Council lies in a remarkable collection of scattered brigades and divisions in the Altai Mountains. Surrounded by hostile warlords on one side and a dangerous Japanese satellite to the other, must always keep an eye out for threats and armies gathering on our border. But expansion to elsewhere in Central Siberia has been ununanimously agreed to by Russians and Mongolian generals alike. Thus, crossing the mountain passes that we have used as our defences for so long, the wars of reunification will begin from a candidate that many people might consider unlikely. We must prove them wrong. It is time for the soldiers of the Red Army to return to their homelands in the most obvious way possible, by fighting their way there. Nice, so we get directional disputes with, for the old Union, we get an event, a future in Central Siberia. And we'll try and annex you peacefully. If not, it's war, and then we'll get straight after. Oh, they actually have more divisions than us. Well, not more divisions, more manpower in their army than us. So that's going to be minus 20 stability on that, and 0.3 daily political power gain, but we're going to have war support and division organisation, so I can't really complain at that. Do I want to spend some more points? Yeah, let's upgrade the defense factor. Yeah, what are we actually short of? Guns, anti-tank, helicopters, a lot of stuff. All the good stuff. A future in Central Siberia. With our immediate issues solved, this time we begin our crusade for reunification of Russia. While the native Mongolian population may not be happy, the spread of socialism and the rebirth of the motherland is much more important. Native Mongolians will have to wait for more development. Now we go to war, starting with Central Siberia. We'll provide an ample base of operations with its large amount of manpower and industrial base. We'll have many strong foes to face, but this time the Red Army will triumph. The Mongolian threat has ended, and it's time to bring the Red Army home. Okay, let's go. A deal with the Old Believers. The Old Believers can trace their origins to the 17th century, when just like many other times in the history of Christianity, their faith divided its followers. Through the years, they maintained their identity and their religious domination, even into the 20th century. Now the lands of Oriotia, I've probably said Orotia, just to the west of the council, their faith lies through the deal they, exiled there from the Soviet Union, have made with the locals. What our leadership has realised is that every war we wage against our brothers for ideology or power, even if it gives us more land, is a strain on the economy and military of the country. Many believe that peacefully bringing Oriotia into the fold is in fact possible, as long as we clearly guarantee their rights and freedom. The promise to keep their liberty of the Old Believers and the respect of religion could convince them that joining us is their best option. Oh, the Black Army is getting invaded by Tomsk. See, I think the only issue with this is I think I need to control Kansk, which is in there. I'm hoping Tomsk actually does terrible. That's the thing with Central Siberia. Everybody ends up at war very quickly with one another. Like, it kicks off and you need to own certain bits of land. And Tomsk is already pushing in. Oh. Magadan and Amur are at war. Fascism against National Socialism. Who will win? We're going to find out. Indeed, we shall. Yeah, we did this go straight with end the anarchy. We need to get involved. Right, please. Any anarchy. The Black Army has been a consequence of the destructive Siberian War. As a backlash against the Supreme Soviet of Yagoda, their belief, to our knowledge, would be different from anywhere else in Russia. It militarized anarchism, where the communists enjoy their freedom, but the disadvantage and chaos of the system are compensated through a powerful army. As much as the Council appreciates freedom, we cannot let this radically different system of government, or rather the lack of it, continue in Tulin and its surroundings. It's time to put an end to the Black Army by invading it from our bases in Tuva, using a strong military offensive. Gently into the night. Yes! We annex them. Orio's churches are small and unadored, but they are a cornerstone of the small nation's culture. Some days banners of religious icons flutter above their onion staples, and some days a hammer and sickle is raised above them in a dazzling display of plurality. They are Zakolovo, thanks to himself, his greatest legacy. He had... I think that's you. Yes. He had more time. Perhaps this place could become far more. An oasis of peace spreading tendrils through central Russia. A new gospel of reconciliation for a world thirsty for hope. As he looks before the annexation accords, he brushes such hopes out of his mind. His only hope now is that something of what he has done will survive the Red Army, and that the people he once ruled will find peace. Nothing will gain from remembering lost dreams, only heartbreak. General's voice is gentleness to his guards, harsh silence and stony faces, as Zakolovo asks about the fate of the people, the fate of the churches, the fate of those Bukharists who are to move into the Exodus for the second time in 30 years. He promises nothing even as he assures the President of best wishes and hope for the future. Only the gentle, it seems, could be so brutal in their honesty. There is little to stop the march of history now, no point delaying its advance. Zakolovo sighs and prays for forgiveness from the judgment of posterity, the tiny little church far from the windswept Kaisel. Perhaps God hears, perhaps he doesn't. Either way, Oriotia is far too gone to notice if he does. Perhaps he did the right thing. Welcome! Oh, we get your divisions as well, even though they're absolutely bloody garbage. Yoink and yoink. Yes, we need to be aggressive. We are going to be steamrolling our way through here. And we can slightly decrease coring time. I'm not going to bother starting that now, because I think it'll hurt our PP. It'll hurt my PP. And weekly stability. We only have 6 stability. Stability is something we do not care about. Okay. We'll let them fight it out, as long as none of them invade me anytime soon. The thing with Tomsk is, we just need to get in behind them and cut off their divisions, because they only have 4 to 8. I now have 12 divisions, which is probably the most out of all of us. It is. I've actually got the biggest army. Well, the biggest number. Don't know if I've got the greatest strength. It's quality over quantity, I think, in this, depending on how big your border is. They've managed to move 2 troops. It's not going to save you. Right, we'll integrate the administration. Council has proven itself to be a free and welcome state, as even the religious old believers have joined their comrades in the east for the struggle in reuniting the motherland. We should not let this chance presented by this peaceful annexation, which is swiftly and effectively integrate Oriotia, to go by. In its years of existence, the fledgling nation developed quite an effective system of governance and administration, which was held by the fact that it's rarely involved in exhausting conflicts. As we establish the authority over Oriotia, it will be extremely useful to maintain a local administration that is set up and experienced in its old place. You, sir, get moving the Kansk. Wow. Kemerovo just got absolutely destroyed. Leave the little cars alone. Oh, no, you are now at war with Chita. I take it that's the other Tsar, Mikhail II. I think that's pretty obvious, don't you idiot? That's the other Tsar, he says. Of course it is. Can my helicopter boys get round? I'm hoping I'm actually going to get the majority of the land here. Yeah, don't attack them. Don't attack them. Or attack them. Don't do it, he says, as they do it anyways. Yes, let me take Kansk. It's gonna be mine. Come on, 4 divisions. Wait, what the hell's the other division attacking? Ah, here. We can't really do anything else. I'm just going to wait, because we are going to hopefully win here when we take Kansk. Come on. Akeda has been voted in. Yeah, you're going in there. Good, good, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we're surrounding them. There's no mention of anyone else's troops here. This Kansk is mine. Kansk is mine. Boom. Haha. Unlucky Tomsk. Yeah, dicks. Right, order and stability. Just need to have we look around to see who potentially could become first next. And again, it depends who I'm going after next, really. Restore order. Rurik's madness, we don't care. Kemerova's gone. So I won't be able to do that. I guess we'll be going after Krasnoyarsk. Okay, eliminate the... Yeah, let's eliminate the... crush the communes. So, the concept of communes, the separate settlements in the sparse lands of Siberia that maintain their control over themselves in a democratic fashion, is one of the deep roots of the ideology of anarchism in the Siberian Black Army. For the ultimate defeat of them, the communes must be crushed as well. The process of eliminating the sentiment of local power and autonomy is simple, and it is to take the power away from them. The systems used by the anarchists will end, and a typical socialist administration will be imposed, just as in the rest of the Council's territories. Of course, the Red Army will be present in every step of the process to ensure it goes smoothly, and with no problems whatsoever. Okay, Krasnoyarsk is next, as long as nobody else beats me to it. And we have some more command power, so division train time down. The Red Army is going to be too hot to handle. We just only got 550k. We do have more men than us, like I thought would be the case. Yeah, okay, we're not too far away. That's Novosibirsk and that's Tomsk. I need all the following. So this should bypass? Nope, I need restore the order as well. Anarchist army to our north has fallen behind. Finally, being brought under our heel. Bar a few holdouts and bandits, something typical for this country nowadays. Still, we hold all strategic points that matter. The cities, the railways and the roads. And that can be enough to assert our control. The Council will begin a program of systematic stabilization and cracking down on enemies of the state, and with the passage of time, the noose we've tied around the conquered territories will make sure that they are properly integrated and stabilized. Only once that is done can we continue the long road to reunification. Burning the Black Banners. Private Ivanovich was feeling human for the first time. I don't know what that is, but we're burning the Black Banners. They are gone. Huge. Excellent. Excellent. Obviously we've caught up on artillery, but we're never really short of that. A free culture. Right, I think the Kemerova stuff should bypass. Yeah, all that has bypassed. That's cool.